Your Redis instance just froze for 2 seconds. The log says background save. So what blocked? A 50 gigabyte Redis instance on EC2 takes 12 seconds just to fork. That's the Ixen hypervisor penalty duplicating page tables, 239 milliseconds per gigabyte. On bare metal, 9 milliseconds per gigabyte. That's a 26 times penalty for running in the cloud. Save blocks every client while Redis writes the snapshot to disk. You almost never want to call save in production. BGSAVE forks a child process to write in the background. Fork returns in 6 milliseconds. The child writes the RDB file. Redis logs background saving started. The parent continues serving requests. No blocking, right? Here's what fork actually does. Linux calls clone and creates a child process. Parent and child share every physical memory page. The kernel marks all pages read-only. The basic plan is for the parent and child to initially share all physical pages, mapped read-only with the PTEW flag cleared. The parent serves a set command. It writes to a shared page marked read-only. The CPU detects the permission violation and raises a page, fault exception, trap to kernel. The RICE CV CPU immediately suspends the current instruction and traps into the kernel. The page fault handler is invoked. The page fault handler springs into action. alloc page VMI grabs a new physical frame from free memory. CalDart user page performs the actual byte-by-byte copy from the old page to the new page. Since the copy on write takes place per page in the page fault handler, each time the page fault occurs, the operating system must get involved. This leads to significant performance degradation for write-intensive workloads. Now multiply this by 150,000 writes per second. Every write to a shared page triggers a synchronous page fault. The Redis event loop stalls while the kernel copies 4 kilobytes. The parent can read from shared memory, but if it writes a shared page, the kernel must respond with a full page copy. This happens thousands of times per second in a busy instance. Here's strace on a live Redis instance. The clone syscall returns in 5.8 milliseconds. But watch the latency spike that happens right after the fork completes. This is the trap. Every event loop run targets a few thousand pages, causing copy on write of almost the whole process memory. Before fork, 8 gigabytes. Resident? During heavy writes, 15 gigabytes. The child holds old pages. The parent gets new copies. Memory usage nearly doubles. Under memory pressure, this fork can cause the total memory usage to temporarily spike up to 2 times, potentially triggering the killer. Check proc, PID smaps. This shows memory usage per mapping. Private dirty is climbing. Those are pages the parent has written and copied. Dirty pages are written in RAM but not flushed to disk. For each mapping, there's size, RSS, shared clean, shared dirty, private clean, and private dirty. Private dirty is the metric you're watching during BGSAVE. Standard Linux pages are 4 kilobytes. On x.86.64, transparent huge pages are 2 megabytes. Huge pages are 512 times larger than regular pages. Linux uses copy on write to share memory between parent and child. With THP enabled, the kernel uses 2 megabyte pages instead of 4 kilobyte pages. With transparent huge pages enabled, the kernel uses 2 megabyte pages. When the parent modifies a single byte during copy on write, the kernel must copy the entire 2 megabyte page. 1 byte changed. 2 megabytes copied. If the kernel decided to change the page size from the default 4 kilobytes to 2 megabytes, then every single write operation during the copy on write will lead to rewriting a 2 megabyte page of data into a new location in memory. Check if transparent huge pages is enabled. Cat the size kernel, THP enabled file. If you see always in square brackets, THP is fully active. Every process gets huge pages. Always means the kernel will dynamically change the page size for the Redis process without asking. Real measurement, 2 gigabyte Redis, writing 1,000 keys per second during BGSAVE. With THP enabled, 500 megabytes of copy on write. Disable THP. Same workload, under 50 megabytes. A single 4 kilobyte write triggers copying of the entire 2 megabyte huge page. Cow memory usage can be 500 times larger than with standard pages. Redis startup warns you. Warning, transparent huge pages enabled in your kernel. This will create latency and memory usage issues with Redis. To fix this issue, run the command echo never as root. The warning was added in 2017. Most production boxes still ignore it. Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, MongoDB, and Redis all document transparent huge pages as a source of latency anomalies. Oracle and Redis explicitly require it disabled in production. Database-specific pain. When a process forks, a copy on write fault on a 2 megabyte huge page dirties 2 megabytes instead of 4 kilobytes. Every time BGSAVE was triggered, I could see 300 millisecond latency spikes. Fork was taking 6 milliseconds. The latency came after the fork returned. Anti-res, Redis Creator, 2013. Basically, as soon as the parent process performs an access in the shared regions with the child process. During the page fault, Linux does the big amount of work skipped by fork. Fork syscall, 6 milliseconds. Page faults during writes, over 10 seconds, 294 milliseconds total. The blocking is spread across thousands of page faults afterward as the parent diverges from the child. This is why you always see a mov instruction in the stack trace when the latency spike hits. 1 gigabyte of data on bare metal. 675,000 writes per second targeting 15 million keys. With Gemalock, max spike 339 milliseconds. Switch to libc malloc, 21 milliseconds. The memory allocator matters. Gemalock's use of many small mmap regions triggers more page faults during copy on write than libc malloc. Save blocks everything, but gives you consistency. BGSAVE promises non-blocking operation, but delivers unpredictable latency spikes. Persistence versus predictability. There's no free lunch. You can have RDB snapshots or low P99 latency, but not both in high write workloads. Check memory's overcommit policy. Cat proc sys VM overcommit by memory. 0 is the default. The kernel checks if enough memory is available before allowing fork. With a 50 gigabyte Redis, it often refuses. With overcommit memory 0, the kernel checks if enough physical memory is available before allowing a fork. Since Redis can use gigabytes of RAM, the check often fails even when the system has sufficient memory for practical use. The impossible choice. With overcommit memory 0, the kernel requires free memory equal to Redis's full resident set size to allow the fork. For a Redis instance using 50 gigabytes of RAM, the page table can be hundreds of megabytes. But copy on write typically only uses 10 to 20%, so the kernel blocks backups you could afford. Set overcommit memory to 1 to always allow it. Now you risk out-of-memory kills if copy on write duplicates most of memory under heavy write load. Redis info persistence shows the metrics you need. Latest fork USEC, 6,000 microseconds. RDB last cow size, 487 megabytes copied during the last snapshot. This is the number you're shrinking. Data is obtained by performing a BGSAVE and looking at the latest fork USEC field in the info command output. The RDB last cow size shows bytes copied due to copy on write during the last fork. Lower is better. GitLab's production solution. Replace periodic BGSAVE on the primary with a cron job that checks, is this instance a replica? Only run RDB backup if yes and healthy. Primaries never fork. You get durability without latency spikes, but you need twice the infrastructure. GitLab currently configures Redis to periodically make its own backups with Save 901. They replace that with a cron job that first checks to see if the local Redis instance is currently in the primary role. Only run an RDB backup if it is up, healthy, and in replica mode. Cloud providers learned this the hard way. Google Memory Store and Azure Cache for Redis both added managed RDB snapshots with replica-only policies in 2022. They run BGSAVE on a replica, never on your production node. This avoids triggering stalls and latency spikes in Redis that affect performance of its clients. 3 kernel parameters you must set in production. Disable transparent, huge pages to avoid 512 times amplification. Set vm.overcommit memory to 1 so fork succeeds. Run BGSAVE on replicas only if you can. Kernel vmstat counters you can monitor. grep for thpp.faultalloc and thp.splitpage. If thp.splitpage is climbing faster than thp.faultalloc, your fork copy on write amplification cost is real and measurable. These counters tell you whether THP is helping or hurting. Split means the kernel had to break a huge page back into standard pages. That's expensive. Watch latency in real time. Redis CLI latency history samples every second. Before snapshot, sub-millisecond. During copy on write under write load, spikes to hundreds of milliseconds. You can see the exact moment BGSAVE starts and when the page faults begin hitting the event loop. The background in BGSAVE is not a lie. It's just not the whole truth. The child writes in the background. The parent pays for every shared page it touches. The fork is instant. The page faults are not. In a busy instance, a few event loops will cause commands to target a few thousand pages, causing the copy on write of almost the whole process memory. This will result in big latency and big memory usage. Now you know why your Redis froze. Disable THP, set overcommit to 1, or watch your background saves block the foreground.